She will play it because she's a crazy reviewer, gamer. Hopefully this song is shorter for you guys because she thinks the last one was too long, but she still is a crazy cat lady, you gamer. Hopefully this is the last one because like before, I don't like singing these songs.
Crazy Cat Lady Gamer Reviewer or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use for educational and entertainment purposes. Hi everybody, Martha here. So today we're doing the top 10 cartoons, movies. I know they're not really cartoons now, but computer animation movies, I don't know. The ones that are somewhat drawn of 2010s. So yeah. Let's go, guys. My number 10 is Detective Pikachu, because I think this is like the first first movie that's based off of a video game. It was actually pretty good because it was able to do its own story and still be pretty good. Different from the game and stuff like that. And it's about time that they did a movie that's based on a video game that's actually pretty good because we have not had one really. So yeah. That's why that one's number 10, because it did something a lot of other movies in the past could not do. So, my number 9 is Coco. So this one is pretty good at the art. Like the art is really good. The music's really good, and the story is pretty good. Only thing that's kind of, the bad guy in it, he's okay. It's another twist villain because Disney and Pixar have to keep on doing these, but the way they did it made it look like Miguel pretty much looked up to this guy and thought he's related to him for a while. You just felt that it was weird that he ended up being a bad guy when you first watch it. Okay, because he already won really, since he's but he should have just kept well enough alone. But he already won since he got what he wanted in life, be famous and killing his person that actually created the song, Hector. So yeah. So yeah, so that's my number 9. My number 8 is Moana. This one is really good. I like the whole entire how they do the animation for the water. It's like every single time I see them do a water animation, the water looks more real for these guys. And the fact that if you actually watch this movie and you realize that really the bad guy, there's no really bad guy at all, because it's kind of a twist villain, kind of not, because we find out it's actually the goddess that Maui took the heart away from, and her losing her heart tainted her, So sorry guys, Salty came up here. And yeah, I mean, I like The Rock in it. He did a great job playing Maui. I can't picture anybody else playing him. And I love that song. So I'll only say,
What can I say except you're welcome?
so yeah. Anyway, that's my number 8. My number 7 is, this one is not a movie that was not released in theaters, but I had to put it on here. Like next to have ones that were not in theaters, but since they did come out during the 2010s, I don't care if you're direct video or not. Sometimes those ones are really good. Besides, I wanted to put something on here. I don't want this to be 100% just Disney movies. I know I just did number 10 was Warner Brothers, but I wanted to give the other companies a chance to sign. So yep, this one is Justice League Fatal 5. So I bet there's a lot of you guys that don't know what this is, since this is direct to DVD. And so I won't go into details like I did with the last 3. So I'm just gonna tell you what to expect if you ever decide to watch it. So if you watch the animated series of Justice League, this has Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman in it. Just those 3. It does not have Flash, the Green Lantern, and the Martian Manhunter, or Hawkgirl. I mean, it has a Green Lantern, but it's not Jon Stewart. It's a girl this time, and it does instead. Martian Manhunter has Mrs. Mars, so Miss Mars, I think that's her name. And we also have Mr. Fantastic, and I think that's it. They don't really have one that replaces they just have 6 here instead of 7. So yeah, which is kind of weird, but it's nice. It's even though we don't get to see the ones that a lot of people want to see again, I am happy that we get to see at least these 3. And they have to fight the Fatal 5, which I think they did fight in the cartoon before, but they're definitely drawn differently here. And yeah, I mean, they do meet somebody else, Starboy, but so they do kind of have 7 then. But I'm not gonna say how they meet him, because that's spoilerly. So yeah. And the reason why I like it is because it's nice to see that they're trying to continue this series, even though it's been like almost 20 years, because this one was going on during the 2000s, I think. This one ended after Batman Beyond. Started after Batman Beyond. So that's my number 7, and my number 6 is Under the Red Hood. So this is another direct-to-DVD movie, and this has to do with if you read the comic book, this is based off of, you know what this is. This is so it's about about the second Robin coming back, because it explains like how Batman lost his his Robins to Joker, and I mean actually lost him because he dies. And I'm telling you this because it happens like the very first 5 minutes of the movie, and he's like it's been like about a couple of years, and there's somebody that is kind of that acts like he's been trained by Batman, who's trying to take over, is trying to stop crime like him, but doing it in the wrong way by killing people, not the Batman way. And he has a lot of style like Batman. He understands like how Batman's weapons work, is he's able to cut Batman's wires and stuff like that when he's trying to get away from him. And actually, this time he actually does get away from him. And it has Dick Grayson in it. He's now Nightwing since we're on to Amateur Robbins, because I had not read this comic book, but I'm not sure if Tim Drake's in it or not. They just focus on the first two Robins in this, and we also get to have the Joker in there because, of course, he's the one that did the crime of killing Robin, so he has to be in here. So when Robin bumps into him, he can try to ask Batman, why is he still alive? And then we hear from, I like the speech that Batman gives to him. And we also can see Ra's al Ghul, because Ra's al Ghul is the one that brings him back to life. So I know it kind of spoiled this one, but I'm hoping that people who are watching this have either read the book or watched the movie. But yep. So that's my number 6. My number 5 is Zootopia. This one is a little only thing bad about this is the bad guys. So I mean, the story's really good and it's really adult. It's an adult story, which could be surprising. Or sometimes when Disney does this movies that adults can only understand, because some kids might be understand what the message is and the allegory of it, but I don't know, because how much Judy tries to be a cop, and how much once she saw her first crime, or she thinks she saw her first crime, how the predators get treated by the prey in this, and how much this is an allegory for people being racism towards a different race. So yeah, and that's why I like it so much. And even Judy has a little bit against the fox. It's been a while since I watched this movie. Against forgot what his name was. Darn it! But against her friend. But yep. And you know what's weird? I just thought the fox should have gone to jail because he was a con artist, not because he was a fox, because he was a con artist. And con artist is against the law. So yeah. But I'm kind of happy those two become partners at the very end, and the bad guy is just a little weird because it's like Disney wants to do the whole entire switch bad guy later on in the movie, later as they go along. And this is the only one that I don't get because it's like the last 5 minutes in the movie. So yeah, I mean, I get the idea she's a meek sheep that is actually, if you think about it, the whole entire wolf in sheep's clothing. She's literally that. So yeah. So my number 5 is Frozen. I already did a review for Frozen for recently, so I'm not gonna go that much into it. So, but I remember this is my number 4, but it was really I love this movie and it's really good. Yep. So we're just gonna leave it at that, and because I already told you what happened with my review. Want to watch my review? Go and watch it. So I'm not gonna say much more than that on that one. My number 3 is How to Train Your Dragon, the first one. And this one, I like the background. I love the relationship with them, Toothless and um Hiccup, and how Hiccup and his dad get come back together, like stop being enemies, and they come back to being friends. And I love how him and Astrid come together too, and how he helps everybody stop fighting against the dragons. That's why I love this movie. That's why I love this movie so much. So yeah, and my number 2 is WreckIt Ralph, and this is technically the best video game movie out there, but it's not based off any video game, so it's not like Detective Pikachu. So yeah, and because you want to think about it, it's like these guys are basically rip-offs of the Donkey Kong game that was back in that time. The one where Donkey Kong was where Mario was going up as Jumpman to save his girl during that time, which was not Princess Peach. So yeah, and WreckIt Ralph's trying to prove that he's not a bad guy, and tries to be his own man during this. And he bumps into Vanellope, which is and she lives in a game that's kind of like Mario Kart mixed in with I always think it always reminds me of strawberry cake, that strawberry cake girl. That's what it reminds me of, because they're all named after like candies. So yeah, that's what reminds me of that one. So, and the villain, I think this is like the best Switch villain that Disney does, because there is hints that King Candy is a bad guy, but him being Turbo, there is kind of a hint, but not that much. I just like how they keep on like saying, I like how they keep on him hinting that Ralph's going Turbo, so they're like wondering, when are we actually gonna meet this Turbo guy? And we do. So yeah. So that's my number 2, and my number 1 is Tangled. And I don't know, my live action countdown, it would also be a movie that happened at the beginning of the decade too. And because this one came out in 2010, and I kind of miss this format from Disney's, when you know the villain's a villain from the very beginning, and I wish we could go back to that, because they were able to have their own Disney villain song where they're able to like ravage their delight at being evil, but we don't really get to have that anymore, because Disney's stuck with the Switch villains, and that's why this one's my number 1, because this is the last one that has a villain that's like that so far. Like, can we go back to that, please? So, and Tangled is Rapunzel's really good in here. She's really innocent and stuff like that, but she wants to prove that she's not a little girl anymore. And I also like Ryder. I always forget the name, his name, that's actually his name. When I'm not watching afterwards, when once I watch this movie, but I do like their relationship, and how he helps her get out of stuff, and how she helps him stop being bad, and realize that he can be good. So yeah, and I do like the horse Maximus. He's a great horse, and you're able to understand a lot of what he says, even though he doesn't talk. So yeah. And Pascal's good too. So that's my countdown for the computer animation movies for the 2010s. And so bye bye guys. Like, favorite, and subscribe. Say bye bye, Sully. Bye.